Welcome to this hands and feet practice. In this practice, we are going to move through a series of exercise and nurturing, loving movements to prepare our wrists and our ankles for exercise, but also to restore them and give them some love and attention that they need. So do come into a comfortable position, however that looks for you. We're starting with the wrists. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the right hand to the left hand, take it to the wrist, and I just want you to close your eyes, and I just want you to move them freely. So just tuning in here, take a few deep breaths if you need to help you really arrive in the space. And just allow yourself this opportunity to really feel into what's going on in your wrist. What is happening? How do they feel? What do they need? And then I invite you to use the right hand to massage the wrist. Just to give it a little touch and just notice anywhere that feels slightly tender. And also notice anywhere that feels nice and easy. An invitation to close down the eyes. I like to close mine down because it helps me just journey in that a little bit deeper. But it doesn't matter, it's whatever is right for you. And then now allow that movement to come down into the hands and the fingers. What I want you to do here is just to massage your knuckles and your fingers. And just take a bit of exploration there. And then now we're going to start to do a little bit more movement. So I'm going to invite you to use your right hand to move your little finger in and out. Be very gentle and very easy. Just see how that feels. And then come to the next finger now. And just really feel into what is going on. Change to the middle now. And then the next finger. You may find that turning your hand round might help you. And then the thumb. And then take a little shake off of the hand. And we're going to change sides now. So left hand comes to the right. I'm going to start with that gentle touch and that massage of the wrist. Just checking in on how it feels. It's not often that we actually spend the time to just sit and touch our hands and our feet. So this is a really nice opportunity to immerse fully. Just give back to our limbs that really do help us in everyday life. Without them, we'd be very limited. And then now take that little finger, bring it forward and back. And then come into the second finger. You may find that one hand, is a little bit more stiff than the other. So just be the observer for that. No judgment. Come into the middle finger. And then the next one. Just really feeling into them. And the thumb. And then now take a little massage of the fingers. And the knuckles. Remembering that everything doesn't have to be symmetrical. It doesn't have to be done the same way. So long as it is done, that doesn't matter. And then take a shake off. Nice, cool. Okay, we're going to take some rotations through the wrist, so taking the arms out long. You don't have to, you can have them here close to the body if it's too much to reach them out. We're going to take some circular motions. So we're going to bring the fingers in towards the palm and then create a fist. And then we're going to now take some circular motions. And you will feel here Maybe you want to do just one hand at a time to have more focus. You may feel some stiffness here. And then change direction. Keeping that awareness inside, somatic awareness inside the body. What do the wrists need in this movement here, right now? And then come to stillness, take a shake off. And we're going to come to the feet, so taking the legs out nice and long. We're going to point the toes away from us. So we're creating a nice expansion of space in the top parts of the feet and the ankle. And then bring them towards us, flex the toes towards the body. And then away. And towards. So feel what's going on inside of the body. And maybe invite some free movement. If it feels that your body wants free movement, please do it. So really listen to the ankles. We are going to take some rotations next. And just really allow yourself to maybe try to reach that little further now. Create a little bit more extension and flexion in the ankles. And take one more. We're going to window wiper the feet out. So we're going to take them out to the side and then bring them into the center. Take them out to the side, bring them into the center. Go at your own pace and just notice if you create some tension in the leg and the leg tries to lift up, try to relax the leg and just focus on the ankles. Just noticing the range of movement that you have with no judgment. Taking one more. And come back to the center. We're going to create some circles now. So we're going to take the same rotations that we did in the wrist. We're not curling the toes here though. We're just going to move through the ankle. Can do both feet at the same time. Just notice how fast or slow you are going. And I like to look at whatever body part I'm moving because it allows me to connect that a little bit deeper. So maybe you try that if you haven't already. Rather than looking at the screen, really focus on the body. What is going on? How does it feel? How does it look? And then now curl the toes. Just take a couple of rotations with the toes curled. It does feel a little weird. And then change direction. So uncurled toes now. Change that rotation. And then release. Come back to the center, curl the toes now, and just take a few in that direction with the toes curled. And then come back to the center, shake off. Alright, let's come on to our thoughts. So we're going to come into our hands and knee position, but we're going to tap the toes. We're going to spread the fingers nice and wide, and what we're going to do is we're going to send the hips back, push into the toes, and then lift the feet up, shift forward, and come into the wrists. So we're leaning forward here, creating a little bit of strength in the wrists. Come back to the toes, push into the toes. Maybe we lift the knees up. And let's just repeat that now. Just do a few of these. And then come back to the center. Okay, We're now going to take the left hand, so the fingers come to the outer edge of the mat. So the palm is face down, and the right hand, so the fingers are to the longer edge of the mat. We're now going to move from left to right. And again, keep all of your awareness inside. Somatic awareness inside the body. Moving with love, delicacy, and ease. And then slowly come into center. And then now take the fingers towards your knees in terms of direction. And again on the right side. And then now again moving back and forward. You can tuck the toes again now if you want to get a little bit more of a stretch in the toes. And just moving through these wrists of ours, creating strength, flexibility, mobility. Take one more. And then now take the right hand and place it onto the left hand. And then now just take the knees a little closer, maybe the hand a little closer, and then just take a little pull back. So shift your weight back, so getting a nice big stretch in the wrist. Don't push it too far that you're in pain, so please just listen to the body. The body will tell you when you've gone too far. So we don't want to be uncomfortable. And then now release that right hand so we can release the left hand. We're going to turn the palm so the palm faces us and the fingers are facing us. And then we're going to push the back of the hand onto the floor. Place the right hand back onto the left palm. And again, do the same. This might feel a little tighter. And just really feeling in, maybe you want a little bit of movement. And then take one more breath. Gently lift up that right hand, bring the left hand back up, place the right hand onto the wrist, and just take some nice rotations. Just bringing some love back into that left hand. And then let's come to the right side now. So maybe a little shake off too. So the fingers of the right hand come towards the knees and the palm down to the ground. Left hand comes onto the right and take a little shift back. And maybe you want to take some movement. Just see what it feels like it needs. If you are going too far that it's painful, just regress a little. Nice. And then now allow yourself to remove the left hand. Turn the right hand over, fingers still face towards the body. The left hand comes onto the right palm. And then again, just taking that little lean back, shift back with that right arm. Take a movement if it feels good for you. And then gently come back up and take the left hand to the right wrist. Give it some nice gentle hold and take some rotations. Alright. And then take a shake off and flick the wrists out. We're going to come on to the toes now, onto the ankles. And all we're going to do, so we're going to keep the ankles off the floor here. The heels. We're going to keep the heels off the floor, keep the toes tucked onto the ground. And then we're just going to shift weight forward. And then come back. And then just lift up slightly. And then back down. Shift the weight forward. Back, lift up slightly and down. And just do that a few times. Just building a bit of strength here now in the ankles. using the body to support. And then take one more. Come into stillness, center. Now turn that right foot out now towards the longer edge of the mat. And we're just going to lean, push the bum back slightly, and then come forward. So similar to what we did with the hands. And you should get a nice little stretch into the Achilles here. So the foot is at a slight angle. You do push a little bit more onto the outer edge of the foot to get into the Achilles. Maybe you want to push into the inner edge now. So the foot is not even. And then come back to the center. We'll change sides. So again, just navigating this however feels good for you. As long as we're getting a stretch, it doesn't matter. So maybe you want to put your weight into the outside of the left foot first. And then maybe on the inside. Take one more. And then slowly come back to the center. I'm going to place the left knee down. And we're going to place the right knee down. We're going to push the latest part of the feet onto the ground. And then we're just going to lift up the right knee. Just slightly. So we're pushing the right foot down into the ground. And then change sides. Nice. And then come up to standing. Okay, we're going to just come onto the tiptoes and heels. Take some movements here, lifting up and down. And then now turn the feet out 45 degrees. And again, repeat the same. A little bit ballerina-like, but not a full ballerina. And lift up. And then if we can, come out a little bit more, come out a little bit more. And now shift. So rather than lifting, let's shift from left to right. Play with the weight you are distributing. And then come back into the center. And take a little shake off of the ankle and the foot. Nice. And take a little jump around. Shake the wrists. And that is the end of our practice. Thank you so much for joining. It's really important that we do give love and care and attention to our wrists and our ankles and our feet and our hands, because like I said, they do so much for us and we do take them for granted. So do this as much as you can, even if you're just doing it throughout the day when you're alone or you're somewhere where you've got some time, I don't know, waiting for a bus or in a queue somewhere. Just giving yourself a little bit of love and care and attention, it really helps. Thank you so much for joining. If you would like any other videos, please let me know and I will speak to you soon. Take care.